Hello everyone, welcome to Marlin Chance Kids. Today we show the game played by Justin and Alexander. The game starts with a pawn to d4, knight f6, c4, e5, d takes e5 and knight to e4. Then the white play queen to c2 attacking the knight, and now black play bishop to b4 and check the king. And here the white block with the knight to d2. Then black continue to move d5 with a strong attack and with the idea to bring the bishop to f5 and attack the queen. And this is called the special move from the pawn, which is called an password. Then bishop to f5 and now pin the queen and with the idea of move away the knight. So after this, white play a3 with the idea of attacking the bishop at b4 and also push the pawn to b5. Then this is one of the white strategy, if you can see in this blue path. Then black play knight takes d2, and after this the white play queen to a4 and check the king with the idea and capture the bishop. So at this position you can have another idea of capture the bishop. For example, queen takes f5, then if the knight go to b3 and check, open check the king, you just use the pawn to capture the bishop. A takes b4, then knight takes the rook, knight takes a1, and now you can play queen to e4 and check the king, and here the queen also attack the pawn at b7 and attacking the rook at a8. So if the king move away king to f8, then you can bring another weapon, you bring another bishop to the board, bishop f4, and you can use the pawn to capture the c7 pawn and fork the rook and the queen. So after c takes d6, then the queen we can capture the b7 pawn and attacking the rook. Queen takes b7, and to protect the rook, knight need to move away. For example, move to knight d7, and now you can capture the free pawn at bishop takes d6 and check the king. And in this version, white will be decisive advantage. So after queen a4, then the black play knight to c6, and this blocking the queen from check the king, and the knight is protecting the bishop. And this knight we have a critical path by moving to d4 and go to c2 and fork the king and the rook. And this is one of the black strategy to develop and attack the white. And after this, the white capture the bishop. A takes b4. Then the knight takes f1. And then the white continue to play b5, attacking the knight. So after this, if the king capture the knight, knight takes f1, then the queen able to capture the pawn, queen takes d6, and now b5, and the knight can move to d4. So after this position, the game will be equal with one knight and bishop and two rook, and the white will be the same. So after b5, the black play knight to d4 and keep on attack, and with the idea of go to c2 and check the king and 4 and capture the rook. So c7, queen to d7 to prevent the discovered check by the white, and white play e4 preventing the knight to go to c2. After this, the bishop takes e4, and now the white play f3 attacking the bishop. In this position, you can see that the black is clearly winning the game, because after f3, the black play knight to c2 and check the king, and white play king to f2, and after this position, the black is winning the game, and black made in 4 move. I give you a couple of seconds to figure out how. Well, congratulations for those who found the answer, and for those who like to enjoy the show, here are the brilliant moves that the black play and win the game. After queen to d4 and check the king, the white resign the game. For example, queen to d4, and now the king have 2 moves, to move to e2 or to capture the knight, or to block with the bishop. So if the king moves to e2, then you have bishop to d3 check, and here you have a diagonal check. So after this, king to d1, then you can play bishop takes c4 and open check, and now again the king do not have any move, so king capture the knight, then you have queen to d3, and this is checkmate, and the diagonal check, we call it a Dovetail mate. So after queen to d4 check, if the king to capture the knight, king takes f1, then you can play queen to d1 and check the king, and the king will have 1 place to move, king to f2, and again you have queen to e1 checkmate, and again this is a diagonal checkmate, so it's a Dovetail mate. So queen to d4 check again, and if the white block with the bishop e3, and you can play just capture the bishop, so use the queen to capture, queen takes e3 and check the king, and again the king have a very limited place to move. The only move that can play is capture the knight, so king takes f1, and now you have the bishop d3 check. So this again a diagonal check, and the knight is attacking the e1 square, so again the king do not have any place to move, so the only way to prevent is to move the knight to block the check, knight e2, and now you can use the bishop to capture the knight, and now is the checkmate, and again the king cannot move. And with this, thank you.